Hey guys, welcome back to Fixin. And check this out. I got this check engine light on my wife's Honda Pilot. When I hook up my cheap scanner to it, I get the dreaded 420 code, which everybody gets. But I also got the 430 code. So the 420 code is for bank 1, 430 code is for bank 2, and they both have to do with the catalytic converters, or the O2 sensors. So the catalytic converters get clogged, and a lot of people just replace them, but that costs a lot of money. Okay, I'm gonna try some of this stuff. Duralube Catalytic Converter Cleaner. It claims it clears that 420 code. Okay, and this, you throw it in the gas tank. It says it treats 16 gallons. I'm gonna throw it in there with less than that. A quarter tank, which I have a little less, but I want it to be more concentrated when this goes in there. And this is just gonna be a temporary fix. Okay, it's gonna clear that, hopefully, and you could go through inspection or whatever. I mean, the car seems to run okay with that light on, but it even tells you here it's not permanent. It's use it every 3 months. Okay, so there's another one called Catalytic. My friend used it and it worked. That one costs about 30 bucks. This one I only pay 18 bucks. So I'm gonna give it a try and see if it works. All right, I'm gonna set the trip to 0 and see how many miles it takes for this thing to work, okay? All right, guys, just drive it around for a while and hopefully that light will go off. So it's been like a week. I didn't think that stuff worked, but I just noticed the light went off and we traveled about 400 miles. So I don't know, let's see how long it takes for this light to come back on. And I'm gonna reset it again. Where is it? I'm gonna reset it to 0. All right, guys, we went 54 miles and the light came back on. I was expecting it to be out a little longer, but what you're gonna do, at least it's good enough to get you to inspection if that's what you wanna do. All right, it's been a few months since I tried this stuff. I tried it back in December. It is March and I'm overdue for inspection. So this time I'm gonna try some of this stuff over here. It is called Catalytic. It is a little more expensive than that other stuff, so I'm hoping it'll work better. All right, we went 463 miles. The light's still on and it never went off. So the Catalytic didn't work at all for me. So let's try something else. Next, we're gonna try the CRC emission system cleaner. This one is guaranteed to pass or double your money back. So that's pretty good. It clears the 420 code. So this one is the cheapest out of the other two. This was only $15. So let's give it a shot. These are the instructions for the CRC emissions cleaner. Add an entire bottle to half a tank of gas. Drive the vehicle normally for 20 to 40 miles. Then fill the tank. Then drive the vehicle until it's almost empty. And then refill with gas and take it to emissions test. That's if that light comes off. Okay, so we got half a tank of gas. I'm gonna reset this to 0. And let's pour this thing in a gas tank, okay? All right, we travel 48.5 miles and I just filled up the tank. So now they say to drive and use up this tank and then refill it again, and that should hopefully take care of that light. So let's see what happens. Check it out, guys. We went through the full tank of gas. I'm ready to fill it up again. And we went 263 miles. The light is still on. They say once you fill it up again, you're ready to go through inspection. I doubt this light is gonna come off once I fill it up. So let's see. So I followed the instructions just like they said. And believe it or not, it didn't work. The light never went off. It's still on. And this stuff obviously did not work. Now I got to figure out how to get double my money back, if that's even such a thing. So, all right. Next thing I'm going to do is clear the light itself with my scanner. 3 coats. Enter 420, 430, 420, 430. They're all the same codes. None of them ever went away. All right. Erase. Yes. Erase done. All right, guys. Let's see what this says. See, one monitor, not complete. So that should do it. That should make it through inspection. So let's hope it stays like that. I'm over here in inspection, keeping my fingers crossed that light doesn't come back on. Check it out, guys. I got my inspection sticker. The light is still off. Let me tell you what happened. So last night, I cleared the codes. I took it for a ride. I was trying to clear the monitors. I got it down to 2 monitors and the light came back on. So I cleared the codes again. And by the time I drove it back home, I got it down to 1 monitor, which is good enough to pass inspection. This morning, I got up, I went straight to inspection and it passed. I expect this light to come back on any second. But right now, I'm good to go for another 2 years before my next inspection. So the CRC guaranteed to pass emission system cleaner did not work for me. The more expensive Catalytic did not work for me. Duralube was the only one that worked for me. It cleared the light, but it was only temporary. That doesn't mean Catalytic won't work for you. I know somebody that used it and it worked for them. But again, this is only a temporary fix. None of these are gonna permanently clear the light. And I read some people actually use this every 6 months just to keep everything running clean. Let me know what you think, which one you use, which one worked for you. Do you use this every 6 months? To me, all of these, I never used them before and I never will again. They're all a waste of money. So let me know what you think. Drop a comment. I hope this video helped you out. Like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Take care.